We're back at it. We're putting the brakes on this project today, not because we're stopping, but because we want to find a way to make it stop. We got to get that master cylinder mounted. Yeah, it's big. Look at that thing. It's ginormous. It's freaking huge. It's got that hydro boost system all worked into it already, so I figure if I can utilize it, I don't have to buy one, and it's there. Can we make it all work though? That is the real question that I'm always asking myself, and I think we can. At least that's what I'm telling myself so far. We'll see what comes of it by the end. I already made a template. There's the cardboard. You can tell by all the cut up steel on the floor, I've been working right here. Here's the part of the firewall. She's gonna go up in the wall like that, ka-clink. And then I got this. I saved the cut of the firewall for the truck that I got that master cylinder out of. It's already got the bolt holes all figured out for me. Less stuff for me to do. I'm thinking this will be the inside. Slap that baby on there. Got her all marked out roughly where she needs to be, and just zap, 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 weld her on. That'll add some rigidity to this. Plus that, I mean, it's what they had from the factory, so it's probably good. Then we'll get that all buzzed into the firewall section, and we'll have the first piece of our firewall completed and a mount for the master cylinder. That's a win, baby. Oh yeah, all clamped up, measured out, A-okay, I think. If I get this all in and it's not crooked, I'll be impressed. We need a ground. Shit, my ground's way over there. What a tangled mess. I really should take some time and clean this up. I cannot hold this where I want it. Almost had it. Almost had it right where I want it, and then right when I'm ready, it moves. Actually, let's get the grinder in there. Huh, wrong way. Put it in the right way, Simon. All right, look at all the smoke rolling out of there. That's probably fine. Let's see if this fits. Oh yeah, look how much clearance I got. I got all kinds of room. It's lower than the hood line. We might need to do something here with the fender. I don't know, we'll figure that part out when we get to it. Do I have nuts? Hey, take that back. Do I have nuts for those? I do have nuts for the studs. Let's buzz this baby in there and just see how we're looking on the inside, not just on the whole outside thing. Because we got to make sure it's working on both sides. Now, because I'm always by myself, I'm hoping I can just slip this in here, let her hang, don't fall. I think the brake lines are holding it up. We'll slap the pedal on the inside and we'll see if we're good. Hopefully this all just goes right together like it's supposed to. Oh, I have to get on my knees. I'm always on my knees. You know, if somebody wants to hold that other side, that'd be super helpful. No, you're all busy too? I understand. I get it. Would you believe me if I told you I lost the socket I literally just had in my hand for this? Nope, found it. Don't worry, stop looking. Maybe I should clean my garage. Hell yeah, that is gonna work probably. Most likely. Sweet, sweet. Frickin' sweet. And there she is, all hung up in there. That was pretty basic and simple. I don't know why I stressed about it and thought about it for 18 days, but you know, we got her. Looks factory out here, like it's supposed to be there. We'll get some more welds and stuff on the old panel here, but I think we're gonna just start tying everything together so she's real sound, you know? So she won't move. Because now that we got the woe figured out, we absolutely have to figure out the go. This guy, it's got a nice angle mount to it, so that's spectacular. So I'm thinking somewhere in this neighborhood maybe? I don't know how it's all gonna pan out yet, but it's kind of what I'm thinking. It's gonna be tricky as tricky. It's gonna be tricky. Because we gotta get that gas pedal mounted. Sorry. We gotta get that diesel throttle mounted. And we have to allow room for the steering column to get shot through there at some point. So we gotta kind of just start piecing it together, I think, and just see what we come up with. You know, maybe I'm better off making this piece down and then start working on that piece over. Then there's no flex in any of this, maybe. Let's do that. Well, we're starting to gain some structure now, aren't we? Is it perfect? It doesn't need to be perfect. It's gonna be as good as I can get it, but it's still not gonna be perfect. I know that. I've got issues. But we're gonna have a floor, we're gonna have brakes, we're gonna have a throttle. It's gonna be mint. Okay, I hope it'll be mint. But she's really starting to get, you know, some rigidity. Rigid? I don't know, it's getting stronger. So the next piece of the puzzle that I think I'm gonna work on is figuring out exactly where to locate that throttle. Rum, 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 rum. I'm thinking somewhere in this location should suffice. But I don't know, we're gonna find out though. We're just gonna go for it. Definitely just going for it. Let's just take a look-see at what I'm coming up with here. Right or wrong, I'm trying. I cut out a plate. I kind of scored it here where these tack welds are and bent it up the way I needed it to bend. Because I don't have a bender, so I did what I could. So I think it should work. And then essentially, it's gonna end up here. So I think I'm just gonna tack it in, hold the throttle up there and see how we look. Because I don't know what I'm doing, and I just gotta do a whole lot of trial and error. Mainly error. I wonder if that'll help. Yep, we're doing good. We'll see if that magnet will help provide some extra handage. Nope, it's not. Could you... I wish I had somebody to hold this for me. How do you guys do this by yourselves? Just a lot of cussing and swearing? Is that how we do it? Oh, that hurts. Owie. I can't fit my whole freaking body in here to hold this and weld it. Well, it's a tack. Let's just say that. It's a tack. All right, that looks like something. It's definitely not the worst thing I've ever made. I think it'll work good enough. I mean, the pedal might not be perfectly straight, but who cares? We can always adjust things like that. I think we need to build something here to stiffen this up a little bit. I mean, I can't get any further over. I'm like out of room here completely. This is gonna have to work. So now we gotta figure out, do we put a piece across the bottom here and bring metal down to it, or do we bring metal down and then work across the bottom? I don't know these things. We gotta figure it out as we go, because I'm not smart. Down and across and up. I just... We'll have to get a little piece to fill that gap too. That's no big deal though. I'll be alright with that. Well, I went and picked up some bolts. I'm just gonna make some studs to hold this on here. The problem I'm having is I can't physically fit in here, hold it, and weld it all at the same time. So I have to come up with a solution for that. So I think I'm just gonna cut the whole unit back out, mount the pedal to it, or at least the studs, and then put it all back in. I don't know what else to do. My only concern with doing that is I'm going to screw up the angle of it all. Like it'll end up like this or some dumb thing. So I'm just trying to kind of create some kind of, I don't know, guide for where to put this damn thing once it's cut out of here. It's about as good as I can get, I think. Alright, let's just start cutting out what we just did, because I don't plan far enough ahead. So somehow we got to transfer these holes onto this plate at that angle. Should be relatively simple. I hope. Can we stuff the marker down in there? Will that work? No. No, it will not. We grabbed a transfer punch. We're gonna see if that'll help us. And I lost it. Oh, there it is. So that worked out pretty good. Just slide that thing in there and give her a little wallop and it transfers the hole for you. So that works out awesome. These are adjustable pedals. They weren't working. I don't know if they work. So because my pedal was in my way, I could just take the screwdriver there, shove it in there and crank it up and move the pedal out of the way. So that's kind of handy. So we'll have some tunability once it's all mounted in there. If it's not exactly right, we'll be able to finesse it to where we're comfortable, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. We just need to be comfortable. Let's pop some holes now. Yeah, let's do that. Well, I had done 2 holes. Where's the other one? There it is. Lost it again. You know what? Let's just do one. One at a time, Simon. Take your time. Take it nice and easy. Try not to have to rework everything again. Perfect. Lost the punch. That's right in front of my face. Line it up as best as we can tell because we don't know how to measure for certain things. And wallop. Beautiful. Oh yeah, now we can see it. There's no mistaking where that one is now. And Bingo was his name, oh. Hopefully I can tighten these up. They'll be in their forever home. We'll put a little buzz weld on them. And then we can put this thing all back together and be done with it. It's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Helmet would be ideal. Where? Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. I was gonna full on send weld those, and then I remembered lots of plastic. We don't need to be melting that down. Alright. I mean, they're kind of straight. Should be fine. Hot, hot, hot. It's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Now if I can get it all back in there, that'll be the real trick. hot, super hot. We got her. We have the brakes set up, put in, so we got the pedal and the master cylinder, and we got the throttle put in. That was a little more challenging, but we got her done. I really scratched my brain on these things and how to figure it out. Some people make it look so freaking easy, and I really struggle, but I keep at it and we get it. You may notice there's a huge difference in heights from pedals. Yeah, that's just circumstance because of the room we had. I couldn't get this pedal any higher. I take that back. This pedal technically should be further to the right. I can't get it further to the right because I got a big ass motor in the way. So therefore it has to come this way. Well, when it comes this way, well then it runs into the steering column, so it's got to go down. It is what it is. The master cylinder, while that looks good when in this setup right now, the pedal is about, I don't know, 6 inches probably too high. But there's a reason for that too. I couldn't really mount this any lower without running into my tires, so I gotta have some space here, or we'll have a whole other world of issues. So I chose the lesser of two evils. Once I get my seat and the floor and everything done, and I actually sit in the car and make a decision, I can extend the brake pedal down. I'm not even worried about it. That's the least of my worries at this point. So I think it's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna keep putzing with the floor here. We're gonna wrap this one up here. Thanks for watching. If you wanna see the Power Stroke Ford custom shoebox hitting the road, make sure you hit that follow button. Leave a comment. Could you have done a better job? Probably, I don't know. How would you have done it? Because I don't know any other way to do it. I just keep piecing it together until it's there. And it's there, it's gonna function. It'll be stable once I get everything connected. It's, you know, it's kind of just free hanging out there right now. I might nub this off here a little bit, and then we won't have to worry about that, but, you know, we just keep taking bites. Just keep taking bites. Maybe next we'll get the steering figured out. I mean, that's pretty much where the steering column's gonna end up. We just gotta figure out how it's gonna get through the firewall and then connect it to the steering gear. You can see the U-joint sitting right here. That's off that frame I got. So, we'll just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. How many days I got left? Not enough. Thanks for watching.